cheerful 7-year-old, who had two very special companions. Her furry friends, Whiskers the cat, and Barkley the dog. They were inseparable and often created joyful chaos in the otherwise quiet suburban neighborhood where Emily lived with her parents. She'd spend countless hours after school playing with them in the backyard, their laughter and barks filling the air like a sweet symphony. One chilly autumn afternoon, while Emily was at school, a strong wind blew through the neighborhood. Leaves swirled across the gardens as if nature itself was in a playful mood. When Emily returned home that day, her heart dropped. The yard was empty, devoid of the usual excited greetings from Whiskers and Barkley. She called out for them, her voice echoing through the now silent backyard, but there was no response. Panic gripped her small heart, as she ran inside to see if they had snuck in through the doggy door. Her mother was already on the phone, a worried look on her face. "They must have chased something or wandered off with the wind," her mother said, trying to stay calm for Emily's sake. That night, Emily barely slept. Visions of Whiskers' spotted fur and Barkley's floppy ears haunted her dreams. She decided she would search for them herself. The next morning, armed with flyers she had made with crayons and tape, Emily canvassed the neighborhood. She spoke to neighbors, peered under bushes, and even asked the local shopkeepers if they'd seen her beloved pets. Days turned into a week and hope started to dwindle. Emily felt the missing presence in her life like a hole in her heart. She sat on her porch, staring down the street, wishing with all her might for Whiskers and Barkley to come trotting home. Just as the sun began to dip one evening, casting the street in a golden hue, Emily heard a noise that made her heart leap. It was a bark followed by a soft meow. Racing down the porch steps, she saw them, Whiskers perched on the gatepost and Barkley wagging his tail beside him. Tears of joy streamed down Emily's cheeks as she ran to them. Whiskers and Barkley had found their way home, a little dusty and tired, but otherwise unharmed. Emily hugged them tightly, reaffirming the bond they shared. That night, as they all snuggled together, Emily realized that adventures might take her friends away temporarily, but their love would always bring them back home.